Hello my friends, welcome to another video. Gabriel here, you're watching Galvo HD, and today we're gonna make the full review for the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium. And as you already know, if you're subscribed to my channel, I've already owned the regular Sony Xperia Z5, then I owned the Galaxy S7, and now it's time for the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium. It won't be a very long review, mainly because some of the things that I said in the Sony Xperia Z5 video apply to this device also. But I'm gonna say a few things about the features that this device brings to the table. So first of all, we have the exact specs in terms of hardware as the regular Z5. What I mean by this is the Snapdragon 810 coupled with 3GB of RAM, also 32GB of internal storage, expandable via micro SD card up to 200GB. And now comes the differences, if you want. First of all, the display. We now have a 5.5 display, 5.5 inches display, with a resolution of 4K. Yes, you heard it right. This is the only 4K smartphone available on the market. The pixel density is 806 ppi, so in terms of mathematics it sounds absolutely incredible. Nonetheless, everything is rendered in terms of home screen, app drawer, settings and apps, games and so on. It's rendered at 1080p, mainly to not strain the CPU as much and also to achieve a good battery life. Another difference, if you want, is the battery inside the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium. This one sports a 3430 mAh battery inside, which provides an excellent battery life to this device. Other than this, there aren't too many differences. The only differences come in terms of design. And let me take out the smartphone from my protective case. And what I mean by design, we still have the Omnibalance design language from Sony. But this time around we have a stainless steel frame. This is not aluminum, and this adds a little heft to the device, but it also feels absolutely amazing in the hand. And also on the back we have this chrome finish, which looks or gives the impression of a mirror. And I'm not very fond about this. I have some protective films on the back, mainly because it attracts a lot of fingerprints, it attracts a lot of dust, and also those very annoying and pesky little scratches. So let's talk about the display. You can render content in 4K at its full resolution only in the album and movie app, and also on YouTube. To be honest with you, I don't find this feature to be that good, if you ask me, mainly because after a couple of days your eyes will gonna adjust to the resolution, and you won't actually notice any difference compared to a very good 1080p panel or a 2K panel, such as the one on the S7, the LG G5, the HTC 10, and so on. You do get some differences in terms of pictures. When you visualize pictures on the device and you zoom in, then you can actually see what that 4K technology brings to the table. But other than this, in all day content and everything else, it doesn't bring too many benefits, in my honest opinion, if you ask me. At least for me, which I owned previously the regular Z5, and what can I say? Not very impressed with the 4K technology, especially on a device with a 5.5 inches display. Also, the 4K content, it's very scarce at this moment, what can I say? To me, it feels like a marketing gimmick, if you ask me. Something that Sony made only to attract buyers, to drag some attention to their products, if you ask me. Things that I like about this device, first of all, I do like the display. In all honesty, it's a great display. Although things are rendered in 1080p, it looks amazing. It looks better than a regular 1080p display. Everything, the text, the icons, everything look like they are, I don't know, painted on the screen. I see no difference with the display rendered at 1080p compared to a Samsung device or any other device that sports a 2K display out there. The display is amazing. The audio quality in the headphones, it's absolutely fantastic, and this is one of the reasons for which I continue to buy Sony smartphones. I love my music, I love listening to music, and in terms of headphones quality, no other manufacturer on the market beats Sony. Period. I had them, I tried them, I still have other devices. I have the iPhone 6X Plus, I have a Huawei P8. Trust me, in terms of audio quality, nothing beats a Sony device, at least a flagship device. Another thing that I like is the camera. The 23 megapixel rear facing camera and also the 5 megapixel selfie front facing camera. They produce very good results, but you need to pay attention to the lighting conditions, because from what I've seen, especially compared to my old regular Z5, on the Z5 Premium I've encountered some issues with white balance. Sometimes, a lot of times actually, pictures come out overexposed or underexposed, especially on manual mode. If you want the best quality, the best rendering of the things that you see with your own eyes, then I highly suggest you use superior auto mode, and especially at 8 megapixel. Another thing that I like, it's the video quality of this device. It's simply amazing, and compared to other smartphones on the market, if I want to record a 4K video, my device won't, or my camera app won't shut down after 5 minutes of 4K video recording. This is a big plus, and another thing for which I like the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium. Another thing that I like, obviously, the build quality, which is excellent, premium materials. I also like the performance of the device. I haven't noticed any lag, any stuttering, any freezing, any random reboots, and so on. This device right here runs on Android Marshmallow 6.0.1. It has the latest update installed. And I forgot to mention that this is a dual SIM variant of the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium. So, so far I have no issues with this device, and I hope that I will not encounter any. Now to the things that I don't really like. First of all, I don't like the sound quality from the speakers. Don't get me wrong, the sound is great, full of bass, great quality, but it's a bit on the low side. And don't get me wrong, you won't miss any call or any notifications. But when you watch a lot of YouTube videos or movies, or simply listen to music on the speakers, the volume is a bit on the lower side. And I don't get it why. I've tried different settings with the device, and the result is always the same. It's understandable why you could get some low volume quality on this device, mainly because it has IP68 water and dust resistance certification, and it's logical that the rubber membranes that protect the motherboard will let's say will not let the speakers to be as powerful as they should. But still, I've seen other devices with IP68 certification that gave a little bit more volume when playing content on the loudspeaker. This is the first thing that I don't like. The second thing that I don't like is, as always, as I always say in my videos, is Snapdragon 810 and also Android. Android itself, the operating system. Don't get me wrong, I love Android, it's open source, I'm dependent on Google services, so I need to have an Android device. But as always, there is that little problem called overheating. And on the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium I had some issues with overheating in conditions that I wasn't expecting. For example, I was outdoors with the device in my pocket. There was 28 Celsius degrees temperature outside, and the device got so hot that when I opened an app called CPU-Z, this one that you can see here, in the battery department it showed 49.2 degrees Celsius. This, considering the fact that the device was in standby, doing nothing, I had no mobile data or Wi-Fi on, nothing like this, and still the device was overheating. Another thing that I don't like in terms of camera is the fact, as I said, that it overexposes or underexposes in manual mode, and it doesn't render the real scenario, if you want, that you are trying to capture. And my biggest gripe is in video mode. When shooting 1080p at 60 frames per second, the device gets very, very hot, obnoxiously hot, I would say. It's mind-blowing, if you want, and I honestly don't understand how is it possible that 1080p 60 frames per second the device gets hotter than when you are recording 4K video. You can record at least 10 minutes before the app shuts down because the device overheats a lot, but in 4K the device does not get as hot as in 1080p at 60 frames per second. I don't know what the problem is. I find it very, very disturbing, and honestly I don't understand why. Another thing that I don't enjoy too much with the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium is the fact that I was expecting a little more from the battery. Don't get me wrong, I get excellent battery life with the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium. Usually with my type of usage, which is pretty intense, I get about 6 hours of screen on time, and the minimum I get is 1 day of full usage, and the maximum is 1.5 days. So with some medium usage, if you're a medium user, you would get at least 2 days of battery life from this device. But me being a power user and always having the device in my hand and doing something, I was expecting a little bit more, just an idea, if you want. Nonetheless, excellent battery life, but as I said, I was expecting a little bit more, mainly because this is a 5.5-inch display. It's a 4K display, but it doesn't render all the time 4K content, and the battery size is pretty big, 3430 mAh battery inside. Another thing that I didn't like too much also is the fact that although in terms of visuals and in terms of let's say design, this mirror back that I have on my device is very attractive, but it also attracts a lot of dust, a lot of fingerprints, and it's a nightmare, trust me. Just like Samsung devices, is a real nightmare. You always have to have a cleaning cloth with you, you always have to clean it and so on. It's very nice, it's very interesting, but I consider it to be a marketing gimmick, and I would have preferred to stick with the solution that they brought on the regular Sony Xperia Z5 with that frosted glass effect. It would have been nicer, at least to me. The fingerprint sensor, I don't use it, so I did not set it up, mainly because I don't need it. But it behaves really nice. It's very fast, it's very responsive, and in my opinion and my experience, I see no difference between this fingerprint sensor and the one on the Samsung phones, LG, Huawei, HTC or Apple for that matter. It works flawlessly, but I have a small theory, and that's why I don't use this fingerprint sensor, is the fact that I suspect actually that this sensor may be one of the reasons for which the device sometimes overheats. I've tested my theory, I'm still testing it, I don't know if I'm correct or not, but I've noticed a few things, and one of them is that when I have it let's say activated, I do notice a slight increase in temperature of the device. When I deactivate the fingerprint sensor, I notice that the device runs at normal temperatures, so a slight decrease in terms of temperatures. But this is mainly a theory if you want. I'm still testing it, and I'm gonna let you know in a future video actually if my suspicions were correct or not.